everyone, welcome back. I'm the City Witch. So I have your free reading for the month of May, and I conduct these readings every single month and they come out on the 1st of every month. So if you're interested in staying tuned to receive more readings in the future, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so YouTube will tell you when my next reading comes out. Now, if you have been doing this for a while, you know exactly how this works. And if you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. So all you're going to do, if you're new to this, is you're going to take a moment to pause the video and stare at each of these cards. And then you're going to use your intuition to guide you towards whichever card holds a message for the month of May. Now we have card 1, card 2, and card 3. So take a moment to pause the video now and select your card. Okay, so now you've selected your card, I'm going to begin the reading. These readings are done with the highest good in mind and for entertainment purposes. You do not have to take the message as gospel. This is just for fun and a way for me to offer insight and guidance to your lives. So I hope you enjoy the reading, guys. So let's begin. So the first card, we have the goddess Kale. Now Kale is all about liberation, and she often talks about the cycles, the darker parts of ourselves, the cycles and patterns that we tend to repeat, all the things that are negative. Okay, so she's talking to me about your dark aspects, and they're currently holding you hostage to your old ideas, patterns or cycles. And these old ideas, they just don't serve you anymore, guys. They are negative and they're holding you back. They hold you back from evolving into who you are meant to be. It also means that you're telling yourself a story and you're presenting yourself to the world in a certain way. And usually we don't like to be the villain in the story. We always offer up a story that portrays us to be either the hero or sometimes the victim. And this is because we want people to praise us or feel sorry for us. We don't want people to criticize us or judge us for actions and choices we've made. And that's why we don't want to be the villain in the story. But you can no longer define yourself by the story that you've been telling yourself and those around you. You cannot be defined anymore by a hero or a victim in your story. Not if you expect to grow and succeed in life. It's time to liberate yourself, to break the chains of the past and choose to face the darker aspects of yourself. Now we all have dark aspects. We all have traumas from our past that have created these dark aspects. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and you are not alone in this. But what makes you a powerful person is when you choose to recognize that you are at fault, when you own your shit, and when you step up and you say, okay, I made a mistake, I did that, and I'm sorry. That makes you a strong, powerful person. It means you recognize when you did something wrong, and you're able to own up to it. And that's very important. You need to accept that you cannot change your past. What has been, has been. It's over, it's done with. But nor do you have to be defined by it. And you do not have to let these dark aspects, these traumas rule you. There is beauty within you. So let it shine through and allow it to transform you into a future, new version of yourself, where you are aware of your dark aspects, and rather than deny them, hide them from the world, you instead embrace them. And rather than them controlling you, you are in control of them. You are the master of yourself. This card could also be talking about boundaries. Boundaries are extremely important, and you might be afraid to set them with those around you who constantly are disrespecting you or pushing your boundaries. But you need to ask yourself, have you voiced those boundaries? Have you told people where your boundary line is and what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do? Have you made sure that people know when you say no, you mean no? If you've not made this clear to them, then it is your fault that people push your boundaries and disrespect you. Setting boundaries is important, but it's also very healthy. And those around you should respect your boundaries. Failure to do so might mean that you need to cut ties with these toxic people that push your boundaries and disrespect you, at least until they learn to respect you. Now, this doesn't have to be a bridge that you burn forever, but sometimes we have to recognize that we surround ourselves with people And because they become such a powerful force or presence in our lives, we're unwilling to let them go. And remember, Calais is about liberating yourself from old things that do not serve you. Sometimes that includes friendships. So it's important to recognise your own boundaries, or at least set them. So if you've never set boundaries before, then it's time to do so. And Calais is reminding you of that. She's also willing to lend you her powerful, sacred knives to cut the ties and the chains that have shackled you to old past relationships, to old friendships, to old contracts, and also old traumas that have manifested these dark aspects within you. By letting go of them and not allowing them to control you anymore, you become the master of yourself, your life, and your energy. Now, I also want to add here that no is an important, powerful word, and no isn't used often enough. And I get the sense that in group 1, you don't use the word no as often as you should. In fact, I feel like those around you, when you say no, they question it. They ask you why you're saying no. And when you give an answer, rather than respect your answer and even listen to your answer, they counter it with something else. They constantly convince you to change your mind. But you have to ask yourself, are they convincing you to change your mind because it's good for you and you need to maybe break out of a certain pattern or cycle, so they're pushing you a little bit to do so? Or are they doing it because they get something out of it? Because it's what they want. It's what's best for them, not what's best for you. So every time you say no to somebody and they question that no, stand firm, stand your ground, and say to them, would you like me to hand you a dictionary? Because you don't know the definition of the word no. It's an all-encompassing word. It says everything I need to say, and I do not need to explain my answer to anybody. That's a powerful statement, guys. And Calais will stand beside you should you need to make such a statement. But don't allow people to challenge your no's. And when they are challenging it, carefully consider whether they're doing it because they have your highest good in their hearts, or is it really about their selfish needs and wants? That will tell you whether they're a true friend and whether or not they are a healthy relationship or a toxic one. And it will also let you know if they're respecting your boundaries or not. It's a hard decision to break chains of the past, and it's difficult to let people go. And it doesn't have to be forever, but sometimes you need to let people go in order to make room for new, better relationships, but also to walk forward and allow new positive things to enter your life. You can't do that if the old toxic things are coming with you into your future. So it's time to transform. It's time to be liberated and break the chains of the past. It's time to evolve. That is Calais' message to you this month. It's going to be a difficult month for you, I have no doubt, but it's also going to be a very freeing month because liberation is freedom. It's going to allow you to let go of that weight that's been on your shoulders, and it's going to allow you the chance to move forward and embrace a bright, happy future. So I hope this month's reading has helped you in Group 1, and thank you for listening. Group 2. We have the Spider Woman. She's all about co-creation, and she represents our dreams and our fantasies. She tells me that you have been dreaming and you wish to turn your dreams into a reality. Knowing why you want to create something and what motivates you, what inspires you, and what it might look like upon completion are important things to keep in mind, especially when you're working towards making a dream into a reality. You must not lose sight of these things, for they are very important. They help you shape your fantasy or your dream. They help you design it, plan it, and then start to bring it into reality through creation. However, dreams are just dreams until you take action. You have been procrastinating, I know you have, and you've been doing it more and more lately. And I think you've been doing it because you're doubting yourself and your skills. If this is the case, then you need to stop. This card, this message from Spider Woman, it's your message to stop. She's telling you that the universe is aligning with you. The universe has heard your wish to make your dream into reality, and it's going to help you do that. However, you must also be willing to put in the hard work and the time. The universe can only guide you, leading you towards resources. That might be people or support, or it might be contracts or materials, whatever it might be. The universe will guide you towards what you need, but you must be the one to physically put the work in to make it a reality. It starts with a plan, and once you make your plan, you can start to formulate the steps needed to put that plan into motion. It starts with one step, and then another, and another. And so as you start your journey, you begin to manifest your dreams, and your dreams become a reality. That is the message from Spider-Woman. She wants to tell you that the universe is in alignment with you, and that your dreams can now become a reality. And this might be a daunting concept, because as I say, many of you have been procrastinating or self-doubting. But Spider-Woman would not have come up if you did not have the skills, the strength, the ability to make your dreams a reality. Your fear holds you back, and you should not allow it to do so. So let go of your fear and start believing in yourself. I believe in you, Spider-Woman believes in you, and the universe certainly believes in you, and you are being guided to all the right resources, materials and people you need to start helping you with this. And nobody's saying you have to do this alone, by the way. You have all the help and support around you that you need. You just need to voice your vision, your dream, and people will start helping you, directing you, guiding you. So trust in those around you. Choose the helpers that are going to help manifest your beautiful dream into a reality, and trust yourself, because you can do this. Beautiful message for you guys in group 2, and I hope it's really helped you. Now, if you are going to turn your dream into reality, I would love to know what that is and what steps you're taking. Please leave a comment on the video. I would love to know what your dreams are that you are manifesting. Let's go into group 3. Group 3, we've got Hecate. Hecate is all about the in-between. She tells me that you stand currently at a crossroads where action is needed, but you remain stuck, trapped in this liminal space between the past and the future. Hecate is showing you the choices you have before you, all the different possible directions you can take while you stand at your crossroads. She's lighting the way with her sacred torches, acting as a guide, but she cannot make the decision for you. In order to make the decision, you must first consider who you were with who you wish to become, what was with what will be. It's time to choose a direction, and you should not be hasty in your choice. Your new direction should be something you're comfortable and confident with, but you also cannot stay in this state of no action. Your stubbornness could lead to an unhealthy detachment, and this detachment takes your attention away from your responsibilities. Remember that you have responsibilities, things you have to do in everyday life that require your attention. So a decision must be made. It's time to step into a new version of yourself. So ask yourself, who do you want to become? And what are your first steps to becoming that person, that vision of yourself? Then take the first steps out of Hecate's liminal domain of spaces and into your future self. Procrastination is not healthy, stubbornness is not healthy, and detachment is not healthy. These things all show in your message for the month of May, guys, and I pick up on a lot of fear. The fear is that you don't know if you're making the right decision, but you're never going to know that until you start making a decision and start on that journey. The important thing is that you make a decision and that it is your decision. If you need to call upon your guides or your counsel to help you, start meditating with them and ask them to give you messages or omens to help guide you in order to make a decision. But you cannot stay in this crossroads state, this liminal space. You need to move forward, and if you don't move forward, your life will become stagnant, and you'll notice all areas of life there is no movement, no growth, no evolution. That promotion you want at work will never come because there's no progression in your life. You won't be able to move into that dream house because there is no movement from the current house. You're just staying stuck in a rut. So it's time to remove yourself from that rut, that liminal space. Take your first steps, but choose a direction first and take your time in choosing that direction. And when you've made your choice, step forward confidently and walk that chosen path. And remember, it is your choice. Own your choice, but recognize that it's okay if you've made the wrong choice. You can always turn around and you can always choose a different direction. You are not going to be judged for that. The important thing here is action rather than inaction. Remember that as your message for the month of May. I hope this reading has helped you guys and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching me. And if you'd like to watch future readings, remember to subscribe and like the video. If you'd like to book me for a professional reading, you can do that through any of the links provided on the video. That will be email, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. If you'd like to support my channel with light and love and respect for this reading that I've given for you guys for free, you can do that through either my Patreon or my Amazon wishlist. And I thank you all that choose to donate and support my channel and its growth. Thank you very much for watching, guys. May the goddesses be with you. Blessed be.